Yes, sir. Man.
Hi, my name is Cecilia Ramirez. I'm a vet tech and I work at Malibu Coast Animal Hospital.
I think that's probably.
I was already like studying to become like a veterinarian or like be in the animal field, but the thing that pushed me more was when we had Brownie and Lucky, and they used to get into like fights, and like Brownie was the one that would get more injured from his paws. At the time I was going to school for it, but like I wasn't actually working at an animal hospital. So like me taking care of like his wounds made me be more interested in like when I ever started working in the field to be like, oh damn, yeah, this is something that I would want to do.
Hi, naughty girl. I know, I had to leave early today to go get her.
When I open, the overnight technician, she gives me like a round of like all the patients that have been here. If there's any like changes, pass it on to me, and then I'll like pass it on to the doctor. So, and after they do that, they end up leaving, and I basically take over doing medications, getting patients TPRs, which is their heart rate, respiratory rate, their temperature, making sure they're okay, they're like bright and alert. Or if they're like QAR, which is quiet and alert, or DUL, which is like more lethargic, dull. Just check everything that we have in SmartFlow. That's where we will find all the patients that we have that are medicated or hospitalized or that are in installation. At the same time, getting our surgery stuff ready. So we're like multitasking with a lot of different things. Once surgeries and everything is done, basically do the same thing, like kind of restock, clean, and then from there it's just like help doctors room their appointments, and they bring the dog back, and then we do any like treatments that are necessary if they're here for like an ear infection or if they're here for their annual exam, and then update vaccines. We help the doctors as much as whatever they need.
Heart medication. They told them that it was due for left-ear influenza. The records are attached. Room 3.
Each doctor gets 2 vet techs. Whoever I'm assigned to that day, I like help them with surgery. I go in there and monitor their anesthetic, make sure their heart rate's good, their blood pressure, everything's fine, their temperature is normal, that it's not like going crazy. A vet tech is basically assisting a doctor on whatever they need. Doctors are the ones that do the actual surgery, prescribe medication, do the diagnostics and diagnosis of like whatever is wrong with the patient. And for vet techs, we're more hands-on with the clients, sort of in a way, than we are with surgical wise with the dogs. I feel like we can live either or. Like a tech can work great with like without a doctor, and the doctor can work as great with vet tech. 2 things that like got to me basically. There was a client that just rushed in as an emergency because their dog, I think, had got run over or something like that. And so we rushed the dog back. We started doing CPR. We tried to like put a catheter and start everything going. Finally, like, I mean, we don't stop CPR until the owner tells us to. The doctor ended up bringing the owner and the kids back to say bye to the dog. And we had to turn off all obviously the music and stuff like that so that we could like respect to the family. The ones that came back, like the kids were crying, they were sobbing. I had to like step out because it was sad to hear. And then the other one was personal when my pet Estrellita, she was like a miniature pinscher, and she passed away when we weren't here. We were in Mexico. Well, when that experience happened, I know she was like in the right hands. Like I know they were like taking good care of her, and they were giving her lots of love, even though she was like aggressive and I would try to bite them. But the good thing is that I was still on FaceTime with her while we did the whole process and stuff. So I felt I knew she was like loved and she was good taken care of. I was like in a spot like how I see other like clients that also have been in traveling and something happens to their pet. It was just very hard because now I understand what they go through. But at the end of the day, it would have been selfish for me to just wait until I got here. I feel like I made the right choice to put her down.
We're an emotional roller coaster, that was. Good boy, you did it, you lived.
the thing that I most love about my job. Like, I'm the voice of for the dog. We had this pit bull that got dragged by a car and his skin was completely off, like no skin at all. And the process since the beginning when we saw her till the end that she left was crazy to me. All her skin grew back, like she's back with her family, she's having her normal life like if nothing ever happened. It's just amazing to see. That right there puts a smile on my face. Like, we're their voice. So to see that from like how it started to the end, it's a nice feeling to have. I feel like every technician here works their heart out to help each and every patient that comes, even though sometimes the patients are not cooperative. So I like how we grow relationships with the clients that come here, and just seeing their like faces of like coming all worried and then leaving relieved and like satisfied with, you know, their issues that they had. We're basically kind of like a family. We help each other. A lot of people don't, I feel like, understand how much like each person like enjoys being around animals and helping them. And I feel like there's sometimes that they say that, oh no, they just work there because they work there, like another job. But like, I feel like with my experience that every person that works here generally likes and enjoys working with like animals. We have big hearts, I would say.